Card, please.
In July 2005, 19-year-old Rafael Nadal nudged Lleyton Hewitt from the world number 2 spot. It began a cartel at the top of the ATP rankings, with just 4 men, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray, carving up the top 2 places between them for the next 15 years. That all ended in March 2021, when Daniil Medvedev became the first new name from outside the Big Four to make it as high as world number 2. Now he's got the top spot in his sights, and he could well topple Djokovic before Wimbledon, or even Roland Garros. Let's take a deep dive into the rankings to explain. This is how the top 4 looked following the Australian Open in February 2021. And this is how it looked going into the Miami Open in March of the same year. Medvedev is on the move, climbing a couple of places in a matter of weeks and cutting the gap to Djokovic from 3,315 points to 2,068. On the face of it, that's still plenty of ground to make up. The key lies in the way the ranking system has been tweaked due to COVID-19 and Djokovic's success in the last couple of years. Ordinarily, the rankings are worked out on a 12-month basis, with each player defending their points as they drop off the following year. But with the calendar up in the air and players pickier about which tournaments they enter and travel to, the ATP changed it to run over 24 months. This gave players the option to use their pre-pandemic results at tournaments they don't compete in this year. They're then credited with 50% of the points earned in 2019. And if they do show up, the rankings will automatically use their best points return at each tournament within that 2-year period, again with a 50% concession for results in 2019. What that means is we know the minimum number of points the top 3 will earn over the next few months, even if injury strikes. Let's imagine for a moment that none of them hit another ball between Miami and Wimbledon. You can see the trajectory heads only one way, and Medvedev would actually attain the top spot after Wimbledon. This is because Djokovic is defending a lot of points at events coming up, having won Madrid, Rome and Wimbledon the last time each tournament was played, and reaching the Roland Garros final in 2020. Djokovic knows, because of the 50% rule, he is guaranteed to keep these points at a minimum, an insurance policy against early defeats, but it means there is little room to stretch his lead. Medvedev, by contrast, lost his first match at Madrid, Rome and Roland Garros. So just by stepping onto the court at those tournaments this year, he's doubling his points return as a minimum. He also did not reach the second week of Wimbledon last time out, so has plenty of points to add. Djokovic's grip on the top spot looks secure right now, and probably will be until May. But after Madrid, Djokovic's lead is in danger of being quickly eroded. Even though the gap may currently be around 2,000 points, Djokovic actually needs to gain at least 142 more points than Medvedev over the next few months to avoid being dethroned after Wimbledon. It doesn't sound a lot, but if Medvedev wins Miami and is the top seed following Djokovic's withdrawal, that figure jumps to 1,097. And if neither player improves on their other scores after that, the baton will pass to Medvedev before Roland Garros. There is even a scenario where Djokovic could win every match he plays from now until the end of Wimbledon and still lose the number 1 spot. Medvedev would not even need to reach every final. He could even afford to lose in the semis in Monte Carlo, Madrid and Rome and still overhaul an unbeaten Djokovic if he can make the Grand Slam finals and win the ATP 500 in Barcelona. Medvedev doesn't need to be brilliant to reach number 1, just consistently good. It may not be a long stay at the top. Djokovic has points to play with after Wimbledon, particularly at the US Open and the ATP Tour Finals, where he was outperformed by Medvedev last year. This season may look a little like a Formula 1 race, where Medvedev, on a longer strategy, stretches his legs as Djokovic pits. But it's a false lead until Medvedev has taken his own hit. However, any form of lead will make Daniil Medvedev the first number 1 from outside the Big Four since Roger Federer dethroned Andy Roddick in 2004.